Alright, Shalom Akim. Before I start this video, I'd like to give all praise and glory to Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashim, Shai, Bahashim, Kavadash. Alright, Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kavadash. Alright, I also like to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of the millstone, and the Tommy Book. I also want to give sincere salutation out there unto you, Akim, unto you, Akim, that I'm teaching the spirit of the faith. Shalom to the whole elect of the nation of Israel. This is your Akim, Aqua, that watch our videos, okay? In the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, the world English calls Yahweh or Jehovah. His name means he exists, okay? He's consistent when creating the day of the Holy One of Israel. Right, the name of his only begotten Son is Yahweh Shai. The world English calls Jesus Christ. His name means he saves, he delivers, okay? He's the deliverer, the redeemer of Israel, okay? You call upon your power, you must say Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakadan. Alright? Today's lesson is going to be basically continuing going into how this world is never going to be the same and how Babylon is destroyed. Babylon is fallen, man. It's a shortage on literally everything. There's a shortage on energy. Okay, which I can believe through the spirit, the power of Yahweh Shai. I believe that's going to be the reason that they use to shut the power grids around here. Oh, it's an energy crisis. It's an energy shortage. We don't have enough energy to keep this place running. We don't have enough energy to continue running the economy and to continue running. So that they're going to use that as an excuse to put out their power and their water. They're going to use that as an excuse to do that. Alright? So I believe through the spirit that's going to be their excuse to pay not only that, there's a shortage on meat, water, crops, everything. It's a shortage literally on everything. That's why this video is called Everything Shortage.
We have entered the everything shortage. And if you have not heard this term yet, well, you have now. This is all connected to this staged global event that we're living through right now. What they're now shifting into and calling the global energy crisis ties into this, as well as inflation, the cost of everything going through the roof, the power of the dollar declining, and shortage is hitting everywhere. You can go to just about any store and you can see that things are thinned out. I have these reports coming in from all over, and I've seen it with my own eyes. Different items, different places, but it's happening. And when you talk to the people in the stores, they say, yeah, we don't know when we're getting this. We don't know when we're getting that. You may go down here and find this. You go down to that place, you may find what you're looking for, but then you notice that their shelves are looking empty. This is what I believe is going to be the way from here. I know many are not going to want to hear this. We've given the warning over and over and over to have a plan, but it's like choking everything off. Boiling the frog, if you will. I spoke about this many times on the live show where I could speak freely on all these topics. But this right here, this everything shortage is going to expand. You're going to start to see more and more items that are scarce that you can't get your hands on. And when you know it, the mainstream media is not really saying anything. Unlike the last time when they did, and we saw all kinds of panic, beginning of 2020, this time we're seeing boats sitting anchored out in the water off the coastline, and you're being told you have to wait on your goods. If you want to know more about this, join us on the live.
Call, oh yeah, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakab Kodash, man. This is it. We're here. We're at the floodgates. We're entering the time of Jacob's trouble. Babylon the Great is entering the time of Jacob's trouble. Look, there's an everything shortage, and on top of that, there's a mega drought, setting the stage for what? Famine, destruction, sedition amongst men. Jacob's trouble, the time unlike before seen on the earth.
This is Dabu7 taking a look here at the mega drought that we're facing across this country.
Redding, California here, home of Lake Shasta, one of the largest freshwater lakes in the country. 365 miles of shoreline. I know because as a young firefighter, I planted trees on every mile. Anyway, the lake is about capping. Second lowest on the record and lowest I've ever seen, and we're vibrating like crazy on the RTTM. Stay safe, folks, and be excellent to each other, man. See, this place is through. This place is done. There ain't no more hope for Babylon, okay? Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. But she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go everyone into their own country, for her judgment reached unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Man, that's Jeremiah 51, chapter 8, verse 9. Alright? Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. This place is done, and the Heavenly Father is making it be known. The Heavenly Father is letting it be known that all that folly and all that wickedness and all that evil that you so proudly and profusely commit willingly is coming to an end, and your judgment is coming. Judgment day is around the corner, man. A lot of you ain't gonna make it. A lot of people's gonna die. You get right with the Lord. You stop playing around. Stop being lukewarm, man. Go on them highways, byways every day. Not every day, every Saturday, every camp day, every Saturday. Even if you can't make it, take notes. Watch a camp video. Do something, man. Hold your own camp if you can't go to the camp, man. Do something. Make your daily video, man. You need to be waxing stronger and stronger, not weaker, man. Because seeing these things should be boosting up your confidence. Seeing these things should really be building up your spirit, man. Seeing things like this. Alright, and you know Esau being a damn devil, not trying to let me load up these scriptures. Now this is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Okay, Israel's going to get the kingdom of heaven, and everything that the brethren has worked so hard for, the body, everything that we work so hard for, we're going to finally achieve it. We finally going to get it, man. I truly believe to the Spirit that the men of the Lord are the men of great millstone. They only men that go into the prophecies and relate them what's happening to the Bible, okay? From the apostles, elders on down, man. Those are the men of the Lord. So let's watch this.
Out in the west, although it is spawning from the region known as the Four Corners. This is an area that I've been to myself. This is out in the desert, very dry, and as you can see, this area expanding all the way down into Texas, southern Texas, California, and then of course you can see up here in this region, in the upper plains, this is a huge area of concern. This is in the North Dakota region, where they are suffering from a massive drought. This is an area, if anybody cares, where they grow a lot of our pasta, the wheat for our pasta.
And they've been telling them to kill the crops. They've been telling them to destroy them. They've been paying them. They don't even know why they're doing it. They're telling them, you either going to destroy their crops or we're going to come destroy it for you, man. Because you see, Esau's a damn devil, and that's the way he operates. All right?
Let's put it that way. The wheat for a lot of things. And if this wheat does not get grown, we're all going to feel the effects. And all too often I see people shrug stuff off and say, oh, they don't really care because it's not going to affect them. Well, things like this will down the road. And when it happens, you're either going to go without or be paying a higher price. That's a guarantee. This is just the beginning. They have stated that this is the worst mega drought that we have seen in a very, very, very long time.
Because we are entering into the time of Jacob's trouble and the collapse of Babylon. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai is letting the floodgates open. Okay? You know, 7 angels with the 7 seals. Alright? Them seals about to start getting open. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai about to start whooping ass out here. Excuse my Swahili.
In 26 years. So things are getting real. You might want take a good look at this map and realize where the moisture is and where it is not. And of course, with weather modification these days, they can do a ton to put people into a crippling position.
So, like, that is a program.
I expand on that further on the live streams. Make sure to join us as we dive deep into situations like this. The gloves come off. All the stuff that gets censored on other platforms doesn't get censored there. We speak about it freely. All the tech, all the agendas, everything connected. Join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, only on DLive. You'll find links below.
So let's go into these scriptures, man. We're going to start off with the energy crisis. Because what's that going to lead to? The famine of the word. Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Adawan, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor thirst for water, but of the hearing of the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east, and they shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and shall not find it. Why? Because there's going to be gross darkness in this land, pursuant to Isaiah 16:2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Okay? Yeah, I have a lot more scriptures that I'm going to crack, so I got to make this quick so I can go to work. Alright? Exodus chapter 10 and verse 21. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness even over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. And Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days, for all the children of Israel had light in their dwelling. And we know this is going to happen again, because in the book of 2nd Esdras, it talks about how Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to bring the place of Egypt back. But why? So we're going to start 2nd Esdras 15, verse 5. Behold, saith the Adawan, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Why? For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hopeful works are fulfilled, man. And that's self-explanatory. Just look around, man. We got people out here celebrating Sodomite Pride Month. They pushing the Sodomite agenda on your kids, willingly committing adultery, fornication, all other wicked, abominable acts, willingly eating shrimp, pork, lobster, crab, man. This place is evil. Alright? Skip it down to verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand. I'll bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail. They fear for consolation, high their seeds will fail. This mega drought we just seen, they aren't going to be able to water their crops, get their crops the necessary nutrients that they need. If there are farmers who are still trying to grow crops in nowadays. Verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword of their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. And they're already setting that stage for sedition amongst men, amongst the inoculated and the uninoculated. Look at these two comments under this Kyrie Irving post that I screenshotted and sent to a group chat with some fellow brothers that I'm in. Fuck the inoculation, I stand up with Kyrie. And this other person is saying he need to just go get the fucking fucking inoculation, man. These people are through. They're divided against each other over a freaking inoculation that is designed to weaken your body and kill you. Turn you into something you're not, man. Put that graphene oxide and that mRNA inside you. And I encourage brothers to go watch Unnatural Selection on Netflix, so you know what that shit really does to your body. Okay, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire going to a city and shall not be able. Gas prices will be so high, you're not going to be able to afford gas pretty soon. Okay, you're not going to have the inoculation passport to be able to get into these different places that you want to get into. Alright? There's various other reasons as well. But because of their pride, their city shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and great tribulation. For lack of bread, because it's going to be famine. And we heard the lack of bread. They're not having the things that they need in these storehouses. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouse shall suddenly be found empty, the trumpet shall give a sound. When every man hears, they shall be suddenly afraid. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, so the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. So with that, I like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakadash. We're entering into the time of Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30:7. Alright, I pray that the lesson is edifying. Until next time I say, Shalom.